Good morning.
Good morning. Cheryl is just following.
I'm going over your chats at the beginning here.
And me music is looking for a good place to live. I was on the island of Wight and Jersey Island. They are on the Channel La Manche, but expensive. Ooh. Beautiful place to live, free of taxes. That time when I was young. Come on, I still feel young. I don't feel old. That's my problem.
That's not a problem.
I don't feel that I'm any older than when I was.
I'm stuck at 48. That's what I feel.
In my 20s.
No, I'm in my 40s.
I love it to be 20. Good morning. Classified, crisscross, girl prize,
BP.
Music, BP. Hello,
Martha.
BP. Thank you so much, and so sorry for that trouble
Julie.
with YouTube on the last video. Brooke was not, BP is Brooke. She was sending me and I click on it, post it, and then it was gone.
Except that I'd find it.
Yeah, but I sent to BP the link from my page, from my telephone, and it was not there. I don't know how they can do that. So Brooke was posting this again. Thank you so much. I feel sorry because you are spending a good time with your husband, enjoying concert, and then it's Violetta again having problems. I'm sorry, I can imagine that everyone will complain. And I know you are never complaining, but thank you so much. Marta, Christina, Cardona, Sonia, GMA, Philip Sparks, Flowerful. Okay, I'm ready to answer your questions, and Cheryl will be holding me to the fire, my feet to the fire.
It's a wonderful job. Somebody's got to do it.
And we will play teenagers.
I wasn't a troublemaker when I was a teen either.
I was too serious, oh gosh. And I was like a big mama to all my friends at school. Everyone was coming for advices to me. I didn't know that they were seeing me as a psychic. I didn't see myself yet. But everyone was, Violetta, tell me how this will be. What do you think he will act? If I will go to sleep, enter his bedroom, because the boy was living with her parents, naked, would he kick me out? He said, no, but you will be pregnant and he is not going to marry you. I was so close. He married her, but on the wedding, he left her.
Did they get married, or did he leave her before he said the vows?
No, he said the vows. He gave the name to the child, but he left.
Wow.
So he was not charged to be with the teenager girl.
Really?
And that's not what she was hoping for.
Chris Cross says, my daughter was diagnosed with breast C last year. She had a birthday yesterday. I've never known such a positive person. Can't believe she's my kid. How wonderful.
How wonderful.
Happy
And
birthday.
you know, sometimes I'm admiring those young people, everyone who is fighting for their lives, and they have so much strength to fight for against the illnesses, and then there are others who are going and distracting their lives, going for the drugs. I can't understand that. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but we don't know what they put in their soul plan either to learn.
But
people who are getting through problems they teach us. They teach us different things no matter who it is. It's the same as for people who have a Down syndrome child. That's one of the greatest gifts alive, is to know.
But I said that in the previous video about if Trump will go to jail. I never saw him in a jail, but I saw him on the island.
Isolated on
the island. So, yes.
And I had asked you this morning by a text, do you ever see him moving into the White House?
And I text you back that I see him that I see the scale of the justice, the lady of the justice with the scale. So that will be some procedure related to that. And then I see a tornado. So I didn't see him in the White House. I just see that what I'm seeing. Not a good outcome.
But he's not in the White House.
I didn't see him in the White House.
That's what we want to know.
But there will be some problems no matter what.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of cheating going on. They're going to have to work through.
And then before I was always saying, Biden will win, Trump will cheat. How that was.
And Trump will always be running from the law. You also saw before that, not this election, but before the next presidential election, that the Electoral College will be out.
Hopefully, yes. I'm just hoping that, And DeSantis left. I don't know if that's a gift for Nikki Haley. It's not. It was worse that he left, and they backstab her. Oh, I sent her message, email. None of them messages. Nothing. None of them inform her. Looks like I trust her more than I will trust any of them.
But they've got a really skinny little slate of people there that are, and especially when they say they will pardon Trump, which means they're admitting that
he's guilty.
He's guilty.
Yeah.
That just amazes me. Anyways, here's a question. Green Light 777, will Trump get COVID as they postpone the trial? Because some may have already have it. It's the Jean Carroll case. This morning it said that one of the jurors tested positive, and so they're delaying it until tomorrow.
And everyone else is tested.
They tested, but they're going to wait to see. But Trump wasn't there during that time. He didn't show up the last time.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Not his time. Not his time yet to get COVID. He has a lot of support, so maybe medical pumping him. He will be still able to work. But he will use that charm. Don't trust me, I might have a COVID if it will be convenient for him.
But look at what he did when he was up against Biden on the stage.
Yeah.
He had COVID. He had COVID.
COVID.
And he was trying to get people sick. He couldn't care less about anybody else.
I was watching yesterday that famous lady who is in Africa. Now she's 90 years old and she's observing gorillas, I think, the big monkeys. Mm-hmm. And on that program, Farid Zaharis, he was showing how Trump was acting like a big gorilla, walking behind Clinton.
Yeah, and then he was doing his sniffing all the time.
But it was so well shown how he is really acting like big, primitive gorilla. And that's what some people love. Sorry, that's entertainment only.
Yeah, some people.
But it was on the news, and I even wrote myself her name because to prove it that that's what they were showing in that program. She's 90 years old and she's traveling 300 days a year. So most of the year she's traveling. Jane Goodall. Yeah, you know who she is. And chimpanzees. She was observing them since she was very young girl. And that's actually was such a good, they should use this for advertisement. Gorilla and Trump next to each other and showing how
Well, what's interesting, the Lincoln Project put out that ad, you know how they have the one on Trump, you know, that he's the savior, trying to get the evangelicals hooked into it. He's the savior.
He never lie. He is the perfect person in the world who never did lie.
Yeah. But he also, it's made from that, the video using the man, he's now passed, using his voice of God created a farmer.
AI.
Anyways, the Lincoln Project did one, God made a dictator. And they have it on a truck, a billboard truck, and it's playing the ad outside of Trump's campaign office in New Hampshire, where Elise Stefanik was having an event. What has been the response to the ad where she's having an event at his campaign office?
And they have which ad? The
one about
about
God made a dictator. Lincoln Project put it out, and it's playing over and over again in front of it. How's that being looked at?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. She is like a groupie. Those young girls who are going after big music star, they are so much in the trance. They don't even think. If the movies, the star will click on them, come and sleep with me, they will do it. They will kill themselves between each other, so they will be the one who can go to please the musician, because that's the trend. And I see her being so mesmerized by Trump, sleeping by herself and dreaming about him. It is a battle for her. She wants to be the vice. She really wants to be the vice, and she is in love with him.
You know, she said that she'd like to, whatever position he puts her in, she'd like it.
Yeah. And I know Brooke told me that she will ask if DeSantis will be the
Vice president.
And I told her I see more Tom Scott.
Oh yes, yeah, he just endorsed him.
He just endorsed both of them. They endorsed
So
him.
it'll be 2 males.
And but he's black, so
Mhm.
that will be a big plus for some group of people. When I had time in the bed, I thought DeSantis is too smart for Trump. He will be afraid of him. He don't like people who are,
Well, more than half of the world is smarter than Trump.
yeah.
Well, I mean, now he says he took his second, it's a 30-question dementia test. He took the second one and he aced it again.
Of course. Would he tell you that he didn't? Will he tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
And then the news was saying, why did he take it again? Is he having some problems?
Yeah. DeSantis, who now he will be lying, but I think Trump, we are talking about Trump, he needs the medical help, the doctor. He knows, and he is, even Nikki Haley said that he is saying such a stupid.
But he still has a fairly good recovery when it gets commented on. He comes back with something and says, "Oh, I'm just testing you. I'm just joking."
The groupie girls are just following him, and everyone else is like that. They don't want to think. They just want to have the he noticed me. Oh my gosh, he noticed me.
Maggie Zeal.
I was working as a translator in England in my 20s for Polish speedway riders. And speedway was like a hockey for USA and Canada, especially Canada hockey. And the girls, my girlfriends, they were saying, how can you work around them and be normal? What do you mean? I'm telling them how it is and I'm giving them sometimes tough time. Why would you put 2 different socks? Don't you know that you have to wear 2 socks the same when we're going to the emergency? At least they wouldn't say something. And for those girls, those boys were, oh, poor, oh yeah, he look at me, can you introduce me to them? And I knew that some of them were married, or some of them, and I was treating them like my brothers. Once young guy Kaju, God bless his soul, he died on a motorbike. But he was yapping to me, and we were coming from the boat, and that was about 15 kilometers, and he's yapping to me. And I sat in the car, I had the key, and I left him. I said, I don't like chauvinistic guys, you walk. And he had sandals, he came home, he never stood up to me anymore. I said,
You've
what?
had some interesting altercations with some guys.
Well, I thought that I have to teach them because I'm the mama. And I was just 2-3 years older than them. But I never thought that I can look at them like gods.
Maggie Zeal, you write down about the earthquakes in GTA. What does GTA mean? I had no idea what that meant. So if you could please answer, or anybody else answer what GTA
I said
is.
that there will be a lot of earthquakes all over the world. And there are so
Yeah.
many. This.
She got woken up by a tremor from the earth this morning just before 4 a.m. Can we
Oh.
expect any earthquakes in GTA or Greater Toronto area?
Oh, Toronto even. Oh, boy.
Thank you.
It's moving. But that's not what we are thinking about earthquakes.
1, 2, 3.
This one, I think, wanted to go upside down. Well, sharing, maybe even from Greenland, the effect is coming because of that. You will be safe. No, this is a proper way. And but you will be feeling something that you will not feel completely. You will feel vulnerable. Symbol of feeling confused and vulnerable, two of sorts. But I'm not saying that it will be anything too big. We had a few years ago in Red Deer a little shaky moment.
I didn't feel
it. But my son woke out, Leszek, he was living in a huge, the highest building in Red Deer, and he could feel it.
Loves Peace. Do you ever see Russia and China invading the U.S.? One, 2, 3.
I don't see them being that close together. They are afraid of building up each other's ego. Not for USA. Partnership. They will be doing a lot of things together, but part-time, not full-time. And they want to feel secure. But I don't really know that they will invade it, at least not in my lifetime. Hopefully I don't have too much to live. Hopefully I will live long enough. So
You just quit that. You get what you receive.
as long as it goes fast, I don't complain. Because,
And what would we do? What would we do on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 o'clock?
okay, I will leave.
You'll stay around.
I will stay around.
Charles Gitson, Gitzen. What do your guides say is the cause of dyslexia?
I would like to know. I see a chain. So there is some link that is not working maybe properly in the brain. Something must be kind of loose, kind of cuckoo. I have that.
It's just rewired different.
Differently rewired, yes. And I have to go around doing driveway around the building. And that's how it is. And everyone's brain is wired differently. Mine was checked 2 times, my brain, for pituitary glands. And my doctor said, it's perfect. But that was about 10 years ago. And he said, it's much better than most people your age. So He will be okay, Violetta, but he did check 2 times because I have a water diabetes, insipidus diabetes, and one hormone is not working, and sometimes it's related to some tumor in the brain, so they were checking out. Differently, we are making decisions. It's taking us longer to go around, and it makes us worry. I'm not saying depressed, because I'm not saying that I'm depressed. Everyone has moments of depression. Gosh, it will hit me for a few hours and then it will go away. So it's not depression. Clinical depression is for many days. With me, it will be few hours that I will be sad, but then I will change this.
The narrative in your mind, are your thoughts?
I have to feel that I'm just looking for the entry, how I can get out of that situation without getting more into deep. So,
Well, what's interesting, again, when I was executive director of learning disabilities, ADHD, dyslexia, all the different ranges of things, and dyslexia, of course, is a light sensitivity thing as well, perceptual dyslexia, but they're actually gifts in many ways. And if we can get the children through school without having their self-esteem lowered, they're very, very successful, because they have to learn to work their way through all the way that it is rewired. And many, many people are successful. And we have to look for the ones who are successful because of dyslexia. That is their gift.
Well, George Clooney is one of the ones who are admitting that he has that. And he is so successful. He is on a pillar for so many people, and it's making us to believe, okay, if he can survive with it, I can survive.
But don't take it as a negative.
No. And I was forcing myself, not forcing, it was so easy for me to memorize everyone's poems. And that way I was popular at school, because everyone had to speak up the poems in front of the teacher, and I said that long time ago, and in front of the school. Few times a year we had that gathering, and that was meant to be for everyone to speak up poem, and kids were panicking when being in that group, and especially to be in the front. So I was behind most of the kids in front of the teacher. It was her job to helping, but she said, well, you memorize, I have to read it, so you stand in front of me and help everyone. And
that was your strength.
I was a souffler in Polish, helping people to survive that moment, and everyone wanted to be my friend.
But a lot of people who have a learning disability, that because it's their strength, they end up being our inventors. You have to think in terms of learning disability. It's not a developmental disability. It's a learning disability. We learn information, we take it in differently, and we bring it out differently. But these are the greatest people for our inventors, our scientists, our musicians.
Apparently 90% of architects have that problem, because
it's not a problem though, that gift.
But they have that, and they visualize everything differently.
So just it's again how we perceive things. Change the way that you look at something.
Yeah. And I never took any painting lessons, but I was able to paint just to get there.
Yeah. But you were also an artist in another lifetime.
Lifetime, yes. And that's what we carry from one lifetime to another.
Words Matter is asking, why is Dean Phillips running for president of the Democratic Party? He's putting in his name as a write-in vote.
And he is a rich guy, yes.
Yeah, is he a governor of the United States or something?
We hear a lot about Republicans, but we don't hear anything about Democrats.
Not much, yeah.
Nothing. That's not fair.
So he did write, it's a write-in name, I think. Why is Dean Phillips running for president of the Democratic Party? 1, 2, 3.
He knows how hard it is. Steps are moving down on the elevator and you are moving up. I did that once and I was much younger and it was hard because I didn't want to go.
Did you get to the top?
I did, yes. I don't think I will get now. And he feels that he's young, he's Democrat, and he's successful, that he should have some chances. But that no one is
But
giving
nobody
him,
knows him.
no one can let him to be known. No newses are talking about him. Maybe if he will do something like Trump is doing, maybe he will be known. Yeah, he will get out of the cave, destruction, drama. But eventually, well, people will start learning about him. So he has to do something dramatic to be famous. The shaky tower, something might go completely wrong for him. And I know how hard it is to walk on the elevator.
The escalator, yeah.
Escalator.
Mhm.
Escalator up the hill.
Lily, 1975, is asking, will we ever see the Black Book of Epstein and find out the truth about his supposed suicide? Ghislaine Maxwell says that she can't believe it's suicide, and his brother says he can't believe that.
And I said the same thing
Yeah.
right away. I can't.
Well, and Bill Barr was visiting him the night before.
Yeah, and Bill Barr's father had.
He was involved with Epstein.
Yeah, so Epstein had something.
So let's do
on
it,
Bill
the one,
Barr.
and find out the truth about the supposed suicide. Will we ever find out about that?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Taking eraser and erasing. The marks will be visible that there was something, but they will be erasing that. It's not possible to even see it. Sharing the information, a lot of goals. Yes, he has those information, the wealth of information. He had those goals, and he felt locked out, lonely. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
And we have to remember, a few days before, he accused another guy in his cell that he wants to kill him.
That somebody else wants to kill?
Yeah, there
Epstein?
was an ex-policeman next to him in the same cell, and he said, he's trying to kill me. So he knew already that time, and he was fighting for his life by saying that. So they put him in isolation, under observation. He had so many good plans for himself. He wanted to write a book, and he thought that he will get out. He will get up and down, that he will be shaking. He didn't thought about.
He wasn't suicidal.
Some people are suicidal.
He did write a book. His little black book and bits and pieces are coming out.
Yeah, and but you know what? I think that some people are suicidal and some people are not.
Well, I was reading that it has with Robert Schwartz. He says that if you committed suicide in another lifetime, this lifetime it'll be an option to see whether you'll take it again or whether you've learned a lesson and carry on. So it may be presented to you, but you don't have to take it.
Well, I tried.
This lifetime?
Yeah, I was a teenager and I was upset with my mom and stepfather.
Oh, that's a really good reason.
Oh, yeah, it is
Yeah,
enough for
punish them.
teenager. As a teenager, yes. But the moment I was started to feel dizzy and I started to make noises, and my mom came in and she saw me being pale and she said, "What did you do?" I said, "Why? I want to poison myself because you don't love me." She took me for clean up my stomach to the emergency. And you know what? That moment when I was actually fulfilling my plan, I thought, I don't want to die. I'm not ready for that. It's not for me.
So you're given the option. You have to learn.
I learned that I can always do that, but not yet. If I want to, I can do it. And somehow I'm living and not complaining. But it was a lesson. I probably needed that. Didn't change anything. No, that didn't change at all in our life, because my mom was so much in love with her husband, and he was so abusive, and she was forgiving him. So I didn't change her ability to even look.
Martha S. is asking the question, the Innocent Project in Los Angeles is investigating a claim of innocence by Scott Peterson. Is Scott Peterson guilty of murdering Lacey and their unborn child?
So what is the question? Oh, is he guilty?
Is he guilty? 1, 2, 3.
It looks like we are putting a pink glasses now on the top of each other. So they want to see him not guilty. Pink
Well, the
glass,
project does, yeah.
the
Innocent Project.
Yeah, the
But
pink
is he?
glasses. I have the feeling, yes, but they are putting the pink glasses, so eventually the picture will be manipulated.
Mhm.
He was cheating on her. He had the reason. She was pregnant. He didn't want to have the baby to pay the alimony, and he told Amber, his girlfriend that time, that I remember her name, that his wife died. So he already he wanted that girlfriend to feel safe, and then he was worried about being between two women, and that's no, I don't think he is not guilty. I think he is guilty. Oh, talking about glasses.
Yeah,
This
I remember
one's-
the story of those.
So many people were making comments, nice comments, but you see, I painted those glasses. From the distance, they look pretty. And I put the rhinestones above
They come in strips.
in the strips, yeah. So
You can customize your own.
you can do it for fun, and I like them. They look nice. It's just accessory. But I don't want to you think that I spent a few $100s on the Miss Star glasses.
Chris Cross is mentioning one of my sisters who passed away had Down syndrome. She taught me a lot. That's very, very true. They have the most wonderful love. They show you what love is. Group
And then
66.
people who are around them, they learn to be compassionate.
Yeah, they're
And
here to teach us.
They are here to teach us. All the people are teaching us when we have to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is that life is never perfect, and we have to readjust to situations and so on.
Group 66 is saying Sweden is preparing the citizens to stock up with food and water and different things just in case of war. Can you see anything happening?
Where they are preparing?
We're Group
Sweden.
66.
In Sweden.
Do you live in Sweden or Denmark?
No, Group 66 in Denmark, but the
Oh, no, she says Sweden is preparing, yeah.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3.
There will be some pushing, I see more towards Finland than even Sweden. But there will be some pushing the boundaries by Russians. But reason to celebrate. So they can collect everything what they want and be on the safe side. So they have to be prepared on everything. When we are writing something, we are making plans and we are ready. And yeah, they have to stand up to Putin. It's good if Trump, Putin is believing that Trump will be reelected, and they want.
And they will do everything in their power to using AI, etc., to make sure that he is.
Oh yes, and we have to be ready for that because at least today, I never heard that Trump wants to change the retirement age to 70. I never heard that. Did you?
Well, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the
Yeah,
retirement
but
age anymore.
70 for people to retire, it's not for everyone comfortable. Most people are thinking 65, maximum 67, but 70, it's a little bit too.
Yeah, but then at 77, he'll be asked to retire.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to retire by himself, but he wants people to retire at the age of 70, and to postpone. And I know how we all know how that was an easy task in France when they changed from 60 to 62. I think that was the age. Very young people retiring in France, and then they were going for 62. I thought, oh, we have 65.
Yeah, but they don't, what was it? They don't live to work, they work to live.
Well, France,
So they want the free time.
well, we all want to live to have fun.
Yeah. Christina Cordona is commenting on one of your predictions before. DeSantis looks like a chicken now, not like a peacock. Violetta had told us.
Yes, that came true. What else? I thought I said something else as well that it came true recently.
Yeah, I thought so too. There was
Yeah.
another one that, yeah, I remember thinking the same thing, but I can't remember what it is either. Me Music is making wondering if Estonia, they're building 600 bunkers near Russian borders. Is anything going to happen with Estonia?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's good to be prepared. Nothing wrong with that. Especially after what we have seen in Ukraine. And I remember I did a video at the beginning. I said that it's good that every big building in Ukraine, apartment building, has the place for people to go for shelter.
Mhm.
So yeah, nothing wrong with that. To few and Sweden and Finland, they have a lot of those tunnels under the cities for protection. So that's not a bad idea. We don't have it. Maybe we should. We can go always to the snow and hide it. Yeah, they will be negotiating, but in case of surprise and the journey will be hard, it's better to have the backup plan. Well, eventually some third war will appear. It's not that we can live without the third war forever because people are crazy, and that's how it is.
User SZ 7HG 7LZ 7F. Will Frumpweisel finally stop talking dirty about E. Jean? Because they're coming at him with more money. He was supposed to be in court to testify today, but they've delayed it one day. Whether he shows up or not, who knows?
He was trying.
But will anything ever stop him? 1, 2, 3.
Something will stop him. I see rolls of money stuck like a cork in his mouth. The money will teach him a lesson. And I think it will be a good, yeah, he will feel vulnerable. He will feel, I can't, this is my card, sabotaging yourself. I can't do anything. I have to be obeyed. He will be isolated and he will be worried. Finances.
He's not going to ask for the Saudis or Russia to help him.
I don't think anyone will go for that idea to support someone who. Well, I can say that there are a lot of smart people who wouldn't do something. There are so many people who will do whatever he's asking them to do.
Sheena Abrush, ABR, UGH. Are politicians being blackmailed to support Bibi? And what is he doing in Gaza? And what he's doing in Gaza?
Okay. And yesterday, Brooke figured out that we can't really talk too openly about
Bibi Yahoo.
Where he's from. So Yahoo, we will talk about him. And I think it's not that they are blackmail, but they have the money. And honey, if you want the money, you will do it what I'm telling you to do. That's what it is with all those politicians who are taking money from rich donors who are related to that part of the world. Even the donors don't like Yahoo, but they are still controlling the money. So that the Republicans and Democrats equally, they are going and giving them money to do one thing, and then they are saying, oh, we don't want you to do that. That's not logical, I'm sorry.
Now, Love's Peace. What did Melania say to Trump after her mother's funeral when she wouldn't let him in the car? Remember, there was a short little conversation.
Oh my gosh, I thought about this.
Yeah. One,
I had a very dirty night. Okay, 1,
2, 3.
Well, she said something about smell, so she said, get lost. It's odd. In the moment like that, a woman is losing her mother and she wants to be with someone who loves her.
Yeah, well, she was. She was with her father and her son.
I saw her only going to the car by herself.
Yeah, I don't know whether the other ones are in the other
I
side
think
already.
the son has the separate security. So, and I don't know why her father was not with her and her sister.
He was quite surprised when he was turned
He
away.
was walking behind her and I saw her. Get lost. He wanted to lean on her. He wanted to pretend that the family is, there is a rainbow of a family and it will be a good harvest, pretending to be with her. She said, kiss with you, honey, go away. I don't like to be around you. She's not even hiding the disrespect for him and dislikeness, because it's too much for her even to pretend that she wants to be with him. If she is a slave, she acts like a slave. I have to be with you.
She was chosen, though, to do. She chose that.
She chose that, but I don't think, we are making decisions, but eventually we want to change the decisions. And they are going from lawyer to rearrange the pre-marriage. And he doesn't want to have any more scandals before the election, so she is keeping her mouth shut.
So she won't file for divorce before the next election.
Not before. But she's not going with him. The previous election, she was poster girl once in a while, but not now. They have really cold relationship. And in the moment like that, and she didn't put her mom ashes on his court. Yeah, well,
at
the Westminster,
Bedminster.
Bedminster, yes. She didn't let her to be in that surrounding. I said that she will probably keep her in Florida, where she can go and visit her whenever she wants to be.
Lay 71 is asking, this immigration problem in the U.S. is getting out of hand. What do you see will happen in the future?
What kind of problem?
Immigration.
Now even Biden is admitting that there is a problem.
Well, it's one that's not going to be solved unless they all get involved in it. But right now they just keep on fighting each other about a solution. Because there have been some things that were advanced that were agreed to by the Republicans, and now all of a sudden Johnson is saying no, because it'll look like Biden is winning. It's all political.
Don't want Biden to have any flag that he's
and
winning.
You say, again, a lot of the wealthy people want to hire these people, so they
need them. They need the workers. So would that be solved, the problem? 3 cards.
Yeah. Well, what do you see is happening with that problem? 1, 2, 3.
Instead of walking over the bridge, I see people passing under the bridge for shortcuts. So there will be nothing. Maybe under the bridge, it's symbol that kind of safe, but not too safe. Some people are hiding under the bridge when there is tornado coming. So there is a symbol of kind of protection, but reuniting with family, both parties will have to work on it one day, and it will have to be coming from the top office, like president. Eventually, maybe they will find out some resolution. Not under Trump, no. He wants to go on that card. He wants to have that wild card that situation is not resolved, so I will do it. You were there and you didn't do it. So at least Nikki is now starting to say what he didn't achieve.
Although she'd still give him a pardon. Suzanne Bornman, and you've answered this in some way before. Why do so many Americans believe the lies? And will Fox News be held accountable for propagating lies?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
We have to be able to be open for accepting the truth, but some people are not able to.
But some people, that's all they watch is Fox.
They just
all
want
propaganda.
to learn the way that they want. It's comfortable for them to listen to that Fox News, and that's what they are. They don't want to know other sources. I watch both. I watch sometimes Fox News and I watch CNN and MSNBC. I like CNN in the morning, afternoon Fox, and in the evening MSNBC. I find they are much better for me.
They don't have any critical thinking skills to think on their own.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
I
being
like
fed.
to have both sides, and I want to know if someone will have argument with me. I have to be able to contra-argument sometimes, or let them to tell me that they are right, and the same thing. I will be eager to know the truth. But I never heard that Trump wants to prolong the retirement. I never heard that from any sources yet. Not in Canada.
Well, where did you hear it from?
Today, Nikki Haley said.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Oh, he is not telling people that he wants to make retirement age of 70. So we should be allowing ourselves to listen to every source available, and then that's a good healing for your brain. And don't say to yourself, oh, I can't watch the Fox, because no, if you have critical thinking, you can watch every news and see where they are lying, and where is sometimes that the party that we are with is lying to us, because no party is perfect. And you can go your own way, quiet way, that way, and digest everything. I'm not saying watch news, Fox News all the time, but sometimes see.
Just to get a different perspective.
Yeah. They burn the burger both sides, not only one side. Then it's healthy for you. Is Melania living with her father? 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Most of the time, she is with her father and her sister. And Baron, oh gosh, he is tall. He is a good-looking guy, the son. But he is living in the college, so he is not with them. But she is going to her comfort zone. And with Trump, it's not a comfort zone for her. And people are saying, since for so long they didn't see her on Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, she's getting out of the cave sometimes to be in the public, but she's standing up for her rights to feel private. And yeah, sometimes she needs to go for the money and do whatever they want her to do, so she will obey some rules and be with her husband. Beloved husband who is so good to her. He never cheated on any wife. He is such a perfect guy. He is so honest, and he doesn't have any flint on the side right now.
Except for Haba. Suzanne.
Look at her.
Well, I mean, he took her to the wrestling thing. She didn't have to be there.
Well, and then they are wrestling in the bed because
I don't know.
Sorry,
That's a terrible
entertainment for only. No, but they are wrestling in the court. And she is letting herself to feel like, I can put the punch. I can put the punch.
Well, her future mustn't look very good.
You mean, do you
Well,
want,
she might be losing her law license the way she keeps on going on.
but so far she has the big shoulders behind her, so they are holding her hand and she's like a marionette.
Suzanne Bornman is asking, will the Republican House members vote to give support to Ukraine and accept the Senate bill on compromised the border solution? Will they accept the new bill?
The
The Republican House, will they support Ukraine and accept the Senate bill on the compromised solution, border solution? 1, 2, 3.
When we're going swimming in the spring, we are checking the water. When it's too cold, we are not getting inside the lake and going to the lake, to swim. I don't see them doing anything yet. Sorry, that's what I'm seeing, touching the water and saying, oh, it's too cold, I'm not getting there. The strength has to grow, sharing. Everything will be okay eventually for Ukraine, but they have to get some support, maybe from some countries in Europe, more support than from USA.
Donna has a comment. I always dreaded being called on.
It's 51, so.
Okay. In school to read with dyslexia. Maggie Zeal says, so true, disabilities is a blessing. We need more people to celebrate our challenges. Time for the ones who bully children, people for being different, to be stopped.
Yeah.
And that's very, very true. The rest of the questions on here, I take a screenshot and they'll try to be addressed in some other fashion.
And I have to tell you, my mom, she was aware that I have visions, and she would tell me, don't say anything. People will lock you in the institution because they will think that you are crazy. So it was in her mind that I'm not cookie cutter from everyone else, and I have something that it was not accepted in Poland, because we are very Catholic country. So she didn't want me to even admit to people. No, they will lock you in the institution. So be careful. Don't talk about this, that you have visions, because you might end up.
And many people were locked.
Yeah. So that was her worries about me. And I guess if my brain will be wired the same way as hers, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm accepting the fact that I have some way of getting information that not everyone is gifted to get.
But everybody has their own special gift.
Everyone
you just have to find what it is.
I was talking. I can't look. I can look in the crystal ball and see nothing, but some people will see it. So we are wired, and then we have to figure out which is our strength and how differently we are wired from others, and how to
which is why there's so many wonderful things in the world.
And about Duchess of
Catherine?
Duchess Catherine from England, they said that she doesn't have a cancer, but and I thought that maybe it's diverticulitis. Diverticulitis. I have that. They wanted to operate me 2 times already. I spent whole day. Once I was for 1 week in the hospital, then 2 times for days, whole days sitting on the chair, and they were waiting for me until the pain will go away, because they were afraid to touch me because I have a bleeding disorder. So they knew it would be possible death for me. So they didn't operate at me. And I think that's what she's going through. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling that she has. We both were sharing that morning sickness. She was very sick when she was pregnant. And I ended up for 10 days in the hospital with my second child, because I lost 8 kilograms, 16 pounds. in 3 months, I couldn't even drink water. I would puke. And she apparently had that severe. So we are kind of wired the same way, fragile.
And somebody had commented on one of the last emails here, and I responded back to this person about our past lives together. I know the one time when I first met Leszek, I asked if ever the three of us were even together, and you saw the three of us sitting praying, and we had some sort of a band around our head, and I think that was in Egypt. But then you also said that we were first cousins, both taking care of our grandmother, and that we were twin sisters, and I was the older one.
Yeah, I remember the grandmother was owner of some island, and we were running the island. She was the one with the fist.
That's that 3 minutes early birth, I'm sure. Yeah, we were absolutely, the first time I ever met her, we connected.
Right away.
Right away.
You know, it's not always that I connect with people the same moment. Like I like some people, but not to the point that I'm connected.
So there was a real familiarity and trust between the two of us.
Unbelievable. And that's meant to be.
I've known you since 2016.
Yeah, and I met my husband in 2 lives before, platonically,
Mm-hmm.
but we had feelings, but it was platonic love. Okay.
And he made sure that it was going to happen this time. So we have our prayers and we have the draw.
The draw first. Good that you remember. And so I will look for the person who is the...
Now this is going back to Saturday's video, the one that she does by herself on Friday night, but she actually did it on Saturday. But it's posted on Saturday. And anybody who wrote a comment on that video is eligible to be in a draw for a half an hour complimentary reading by Violetta. And it's paid for by Janet and Tom Berg. We thank them very, very much for doing this.
I have 401 comments.
So she will go up and down, and then, so she's scrolling through the comments.
And whoever will be the winner, please write as soon as possible your
contact information, your phone
number, so I can take back Brooke's timestamps back, because it will be posted, that one, and
it'll be posted as the first comment on Saturday's video.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
And whoever wins, please write to psychicvioletta@outlook.com.
Fire Goddess 8451. Thank you so much. We are with you. Thank you.
So Fire Goddess, you're the winner of the half an hour complimentary reading. Please do contact Violetta. You'll be the first post on Saturday's video. psychicvioletta@outlook.com.
I will just put you are the winner.
This happens every Saturday for a while. I don't know how many readings you have left.
I will tell you right
But she tries to get through those ones as quick as she can when she has free time.
As long as people connect with me, and I'm writing them. So far I have 9, and this one will be 10, and it's out of 19, so 9 more. Yeah, 9 more. Position that I can.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Janet and Tom Burke.
And for people who are in the opportunity to win the draw, or if you have won the draw, please write the comments to let Tom and Janet know how grateful it was to receive it, whether it was a good reading or not. It's always a good reading because I look at the comments
far,
and
I never had a bad reading.
You have people who are very surprised at what you read, though.
Yeah, and some people are more skeptical than others, and sometimes the skeptical person, and I'm surprised how eventually we are clicking.
So prayers.
Prayers, yes.
Patricia Epperson, please pray for my daughter. She has congestive heart failure.
Oh my gosh.
We have
the best to Patricia's daughter.
We have prayers for Maggie Ziegel, prayers for her friend Katrina's nephew, Michael. He's a young person, and he has cancer. Prayers for Then Venus Slynn is thank you for the readings. Prayers for King Charles and for the prayers for King Charles and Princess Catherine. Please pray for my sister-in-law who had a fall 4 days ago and she has lung cancer. Granny LPZ, continued prayers for her niece, Felicia, with lung cancer. Rustic, I'm in hospital after a tumor was removed from my neck. Would appreciate love and prayers.
All the prayers to everyone who asked for it. And as well for Ferguson. She is
Sarah Ferguson, yeah.
Sarah Ferguson.
Skin
She
cancer.
has skin cancer, and a few months ago she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she's going through horrific time, and all the best to anyone who is suffering, who is in any
Who's asking
need
for help or need
help. My uncle Andrew, he was supposed to get out of the hospital. He is still in the hospital in Poland since Christmas. He's 86, so all the best to everyone. And any child who needs any help, that it will never suffer, that the children will be spared from any suffering, and people who are under attacks of stronger ones in any war, that they will be able to not feel vulnerable.
or even not in war, in abusive situations.
Any situation that is unfair for the child, all the best to everyone.
So thank you very much for joining us. And again, we'll see you on Wednesday at 11 o'clock, Alberta Mountain Time. And so please write your questions because that's where we go for every morning before I come, I write down the most recent questions as well as older ones.
In the night, I was looking for the comments and putting cards and so on. So thank you so much. We try to keep track of them.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Take care of yourself and keep warm till the spring.
Yeah, we're having nice weather here, actually.
Tomorrow it started nicely.
Yeah,
today was nice.
By the end of the week, we're going up to the pluses.
+0. Oh, over 0. 0 is neutral.
Yeah, we're centigrade.
So over the freezing temperatures. Stay happy and stay calm. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.